Now we're going to talk about managers. We are going to be ranking all current 20 Premier League managers down from E tier all the way to S tier. So we'll be thinking about their overall contributions to the club and league, not just this season. Let's start with our first manager then.
I'm going to take my hoodie off.
Geordie's going to take his hoodie off.
Some ASMR.
All right, let's go.
So let's start with our first manager, and that is Mikel Arteta.
It's not.
I've done it alphabetical clubs.
Yeah. So do alphabetical clubs.
That
please.
was how I did it, though. It is Arsenal.
No,
It had
no,
Bournemouth
no.
as a B. It had Bournemouth as a B.
Okay, Bournemouth can be a B.
All right.
Arsenal, Arteta.
Mikel Arteta,
S
where
to
are we
E.
ranking him? S to E.
It's got to be B.
C.
The only problem
He's
with
so
it...
overrated. He is such a bad manager.
Yeah, but we're not doing overrated. They are
No,
still second.
yeah,
and
exactly.
They
So I'm
could win
putting
the
him C.
league. If
C.
Liverpool do bottle it,
C.
they could win the league.
Tactically, he's pretty poor compared to other managers. If Arsenal had a different manager, they would have won more trophies. His only big trophy is the FA Cup in COVID season. You watch their tactics. Most of their goals are from set pieces now. He makes players like Declan Rice not as good as what they could be. He is the most overrated manager in the Premier League. I don't like him. C.
I think we know you don't like
I
him.
think Arsenal would.
Strong words.
Arsenal would be a lot better team without Mikel Arteta in charge.
Wow, it's a hot take.
Who else would do the job? in your
Antonio
opinion?
Iraola at Arsenal would do well.
How convenient.
Nuno Espirito, whatever his fucking name is.
Nuno couldn't even do it at Tottenham.
Yeah,
Why
but
would he go to
Tottenham's
Arsenal?
cursed,
How's he
mate.
any better?
Any manager goes to Tottenham is cursed. Jose Mourinho did bad at Tottenham, you could say. So no,
Didn't he win something there?
He got to
no,
the
he got to a final and then they
Oh.
sacked him a week before. But no,
Oh,
Arteta for me is in C, just because I think he's like, he just hasn't won anything, and they've stacked every big chance they've had.
Do you not
He's
think,
won an FA Cup in COVID season.
Do you not think giving Man City the best Man City team of all time, I guess, with their
A title challenge.
yeah,
Did
giving
they?
them- yeah,
Yeah.
That wasn't the best
Didn't-
Man City
didn't they get
team.
90 points?
Yeah.
They
That
got
wasn't
close
the
to 90
best Man
points?
City team. though.
Okay, the most
Yeah, but Liverpool
impressive
did that as well.
team we've seen in
The
recent
treble
years.
winning
but
Man
Arsenal-
City.
I'm telling you, with a different manager, Arsenal would be better. I'm not saying that they did bad that season. I'm saying with a better manager, Arsenal would do a lot better.
But they've had a lot of different managers before Arteta came along, and
Have
they've
they?
been never this good.
Have they? Arsene Wenger, I'd argue, was one of the best managers
Oh,
the
yeah,
Premier League
and
has
then
ever seen.
in between
Who-
that
who-
dominant era,
there was one
and
manager.
this one,
Unai Emery.
Hmm.
So that point is rubbish.
Oh, it's just funny. I can't.
Arteta for me is a C, but you can put him in B.
I'll be
was there
intrigued.
no one else
if-
at Arsenal before?
It went Wenger, Emery, Arteta.
It did, yeah.
Really, they haven't had.
Yeah.
No.
So they haven't ransacked through managers.
I thought they did.
But you can't. I just think with a better manager, they would have won a lot more.
I would like to know if the comments agree with Dick.
No, of course they won't, because they're going to
Would
protect their
Nuno
legend.
be a better manager than Arteta?
No, Antonio Iraola. Arsenal would be such.
Maybe, but
I think they would have won
Nuno?
more.
I don't know.
I just think it's disappointing over his tenure there that they've only won an FA Cup in COVID season.
Yeah, true.
They could
It's
have won
hard
so
when
much
City are
more.
winning nearly every
I know they've gone against City, but still,
Yeah, well, who knows?
I think tactically he's not.
He
as
might
good.
win the league this year, and then
Yeah, they're not
still
going to, but
Hey, I doubt
Liverpool
it,
are just teasing them.
What did you give him, Geordie?
I'm happy to put him in B. Though.
I said B.
I'll agree with you, B. He's still young as well, in terms for a manager. Like
Yeah,
he's only
true.
managed 3 years.
Like,
Yeah.
we could if we didn't if we liked him a bit more, he'd probably be A. They're like they
No, but
they are second and they're chasing down Liverpool.
But,
Like
yeah,
that's-
but like, there's no one below them that's like really challenged them. Everyone's having stinkers, so that's why they're in second.
yeah.
Right, we'll keep him in B then. Interestingly, we just mentioned him, but Unai Emery is next.
Ooh,
A.
A,
A.
A. Yeah, what he's done with Villa is unreal.
A
He's
is
taken
a
them to
shout.
Champions League.
Can you
Yeah,
not say S?
he's
then
doing really.
for-
No, I wouldn't put
for
him
his.
S because he hasn't won anything.
Okay.
That's my only problem with him. If he goes and wins a trophy at
Interesting.
Villa,
Yeah.
e.g. if they win the FA Cup or whatever, then he can go an S. But right now he's an A.
So actually,
I think he's a really good
I'm
manager.
going to link this to the manager who's next is Andoni Areola.
A.
So he's going an A as well because
Yeah.
he hasn't won anything.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So realistically, only one manager here can go in the S tier.
Yeah. At the moment,
yeah.
maybe. A for me, Antonio Iraola. I think what he's done with Bournemouth is unreal, and he's actually made players better. And this
Yeah,
is my
he's also
argument
got
with
a big-
Arteta.
He's got a big future ahead of Marola because, you know,
I don't think
I'll
Everyone
be very
wants him.
surprised if he stays at Bournemouth because, yeah, I think a lot of teams. are
Do you
gonna
think
be-
he actually would drop everything for Spurs right now?
No, not Spurs. Real Madrid there.
He can get a bigger club. Than
Real Madrid might.
Madrid.
Yeah. I heard Real Madrid
Spurs.
want maybe him or
What,
Alonso.
do you really think? How long do you think? What's his name? got?
Ancelotti.
Yeah.
I think it's the end of the season he goes.
Really?
So I think they want Alonso or.
What? He
Antony.
just hasn't renewed his contract.
Yeah, I don't think
he
it's like
wants
they're
to stay. I
sucking
can't
him.
remember.
I can't. It'll be 1 or 2 seasons they've got left with Ancelotti, and then I think they'll get Xavi Alonso or
Those
Andoni.
are 2 linked, aren't they?
But to have Bournemouth in Champions League spots right now is crazy.
That is a pretty big achievement.
He's
do you think
almost
his style of
something.
play would be good for like a Real Madrid?
Yeah,
Because he likes
absolutely.
to play counter-attacking football. Doesn't like possession.
Not
much,
always
does he?
counter-attacking. There's some teams that we've played against that we have most of the ball against as it happens, but I just think any team.
It'd be interesting to see how he gets.
It's
on
exciting
at
to
a bigger
watch.
Club.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if he goes.
obviously you are a good fit at the moment, but some managers they take the step up and they just can't.
Yeah, I wouldn't
do
be
it,
surprised
so
if he does.
We will see. So we're going for Emery and Areola there in A. We have
Yeah.
both in agreement with that.
Yeah.
I think they're both doing solid, aren't they? Next up, Thomas Frank.
C.
C. So he's got him. He got Brentford promoted to the Premier
Yeah,
League.
I
And
think
kept them up.
B.
Are we
B.
doing this year or like overall?
Kind of overall slash
Kind
this
of
year.
overall, yeah.
If it's overall, I could bump him up
B.
to a B because he minusculely respect him for what he did with Brentford coming up and the way that they redid their youth system, the way that they actually brought players up and into the team, and they did the Moneyball system, didn't they? They looked for numbers and metrics versus.
Yeah, but is that the manager? You could.
Well, he was the one that
Yeah.
put the
But
starting lineup of
I
all these
definitely-
youngsters out week in
I
week
put him
out.
B. B.
I think B, but I also got to say when I've watched Southampton versus Brentford, I just hate watching them.
I hate Thomas Frank.
They're
but
so
Oh, yeah, I hate him.
defensive and boring.
That's all he does. He taps his watch.
Like Brentford
Stupid.
just need to fuck off and get relegated.
Please,
You're a small club. Get out the league.
please. I bet on it every year. Just
He's a fan.
praying.
I have to even agree with him. Just like go away.
I think that's pretty harsh. They're a small club.
Go back to League
Why?
One
They're
where
a
you
bus
belong.
stop in Fulham, mate.
But he's a B. B.
Literally a bus stop in Fulham. Nothing else to him.
Oh,
Community centre takes up half of Brentford.
ouch. I've
B.
never been to Brentford.
B. It's a good
Actually,
away
Yeah,
day.
because
I
it
have,
doesn't
I have,
exist.
I have.
It's a good away day.
I lied.
Hounslow.
Good away day.
Yeah, I got the bus from there once. So next up is Fabian Hurstler of Brighton.
Pretty underwhelming season for them so
C.
far. But then again, they went and beat Chelsea 3-0 the other night, which really
They're inconsistent, aren't they?
inconsistent. I don't think Brighton fans really like, well, from what I've seen on social media, really like him. So
I'd say C as well because we haven't really got that much of a backlog on him.
Yeah,
Everything
we've
we've
got
spoken
is
about so
months.
far, we've got quite a lot of previous seasons under their belts, and we can
I'd say
compare.
it's been underwhelming for Brighton so far. But then again, they could suddenly change it around. But I'm going to play C.
Yeah,
I
C
think
for now.
C's a fair assessment.
C.
They could do better. They could do well. They started the season really well.
Yeah, and then they
tailed off
kind
a
of
bit, and then they've picked it up again a bit. I guess with
After
that win
beating,
against
yeah.
Chelsea. But, they have lost some big players and their manager. So to be 10th for Brighton, another club that probably shouldn't be in the Premier League as long as they have been, but fine. Don't hate them as much as Brentford. They can
C. C.
How long ago was it they got European football? 2 seasons.
Last season, they were in it
it's
last
2
season.
They were in it, so
yeah,
2
yeah.
seasons ago.
Bit out, yeah, deserve it.
And they've just gone
And
downhill.
Casado as well. You got to remember.
Yeah.
Anyway, right. Sursler and C. Now it's Enzo Maresca.
Ooh, that's quite a good one. Oh,
It's tough, isn't it?
B.
Ooh.
Because he's had a very good start.
Chelsea fans would disagree with you. They don't-
Really?
They think they've
He
done
hasn't-
bad this
He
season.
did this at Leicester as well. He made a really good start and then
and they
started
kind of
dipping.
tailed on.
I'd give him a B so far.
C.
I think C as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
C.
alright.
yeah.
Because if they don't get top 4 with the money they spend,
pretty
that's
disappointing.
pretty disappointing. And the start they made as well. Like everyone.
They do look. Oh, I don't
If you
know.
asked me again at the start of the season, you guys would have said probably like A. But then,
C.
yeah, still his first
Just-
season
just-
in charge.
I think Chelsea look like yo-yos though. Like sometimes they really do look very organised and really, really
Good.
fucking good. And then
The other night against Brighton.
yeah,
Yeah, C. C.
Well, the other night against Brighton, against Fulham, against Bournemouth, they sort of do just come apart. They look, they start really good. Like I mean, at the Fulham game,
I think it's
the
mainly
way Palmer was tearing us up for the first 20 minutes, I was scared. And then out of nowhere, they just dropped off.
I'd do C for him, just because. Yeah, C.
I can live with C.
It
We're
could bump
saying
up high
C.
C,
Yeah,
high C,
we'll
low B.
reevaluate at the end, won't we?
C.
So next is Oliver Glasner.
Ooh, Palace fans rate him highly. They said he was the next best thing.
Do they? What still?
They're having an all right season.
He's
They're
just
doing
got to be
all right.
a C.
They're
They
doing
started-
the most Palace season ever.
They started
Yeah.
to come good, haven't
Well,
they?
they're like 12th place. I think they finished bottom half of the table, like near that mark.
Yeah.
Since they got promoted.
I mean, we play him this weekend, so
I'm gonna have to put him in a B.
B.
C.
Yeah, B.
I think C.
I put him in
C.
B. I think he's decent.
I think so. After when he first came,
Yeah, they thought they were
Palace
getting
were
Europe.
flying, and then this season they haven't been hitting the same heights. They have lost Elise.
Okay, reevaluate that one. Yeah, put him
And
in
they
C
lost
for now.
I think C
Anderson.
is a fair assessment right now. But
Yeah.
we'll put him in C.
I haven't. Yeah, that's probably
We'll
fair
see
for now.
who else fits the other categories. David Moyes, or for the Spanish listeners, David A. Moyes. A.
Yeah, A.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I can put him in A. Yeah.
Really? Given the
he's a
start.
Yeah, no, but if we go, no. Obviously for Everton right now, he's done S for this season. But Man United,
Yeah, we have
failed.
backtrack on.
Man United, he failed.
So is every manager.
Yeah.
Apart from Mourinho, and even then.
Man United, I'd say he's failed. But not.
Anyone would have
it's hard
failed, I
to-
think, going in.
Yeah,
after
it's hard.
Ferguson.
Yeah, that's.
And no one backed him, but yeah.
Is he in A though?
What was it like at West
In
Ham?
terms of Premier League legacy,
They didn't
this
like him,
guy,
did they?
Yeah. For
Didn't he
Everton-
take him European football though?
I want
He
B.
won- yeah,
I
he
want.
won them,
Oh
yeah.
shit!
He won the
Literally
Conference
won a
League.
trophy with them.
I don't know.
I think he's
Hey,
currently
It's a
underrated.
really hard one.
It
I
is
think
a hard
Moisey
one.
gets an A.
The start he's made at the moment as well. It's quite impressive.
Yeah.
If we're going
okay.
off of previous accolades,
Can we put him in for A now, and then that might get changed?
Hey, okay.
Might get changed.
I think
don't
A
know.
or B is definitely the place for him. Right.
Yeah.
Marco Silva.
You can take lead on this one.
say it's B or A.
I put him B.
I think.
I'd
I
love.
don't think if
to
you look
see
at the
a
managers we
result.
put in A, I don't think he's as good as
No,
them.
no. I
So
can't
B.
disagree with that.
I
B.
do think that, but then what would he have to do to get to
Win
A?
something,
Get-
anything.
What do you mean win?
No,
What do you
no.
expect with Fulham? You're not
No,
sure.
Oh, no,
maybe getting to
nothing.
Europe.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
getting to Europe.
yeah. All right, maybe.
Again,
I mean,
he's also failed at quite a few clubs before.
well,
Yeah,
that's what I
Premier
was
League.
thinking. I couldn't put him in A because
Everton
I
he
thought
failed,
about
didn't
his
he?
past.
Mm.
and,
Did he
like,
fail at Everton?
Yeah,
B.
badly.
B.
Wasn't there another club as well?
Wolves?
Watford.
No, yeah, Watford.
Yeah.
B for me.
He was all right at Watford though.
I'd say he's been saved for.
This is
by
his
going for-
best managerial performance.
Oh,
yeah, he
he's
has
turned it
I don't know.
around in
transformed
England for
Fulham.
sure.
Yeah.
But the problem is, again, when I say win something, yeah, European football would count to me as winning.
Yeah.
And are you the most
Finishing-
exciting team to watch?
One of them, we're
Do you
very
think
Relatively.
we're very
You're okay.
forward thinking.
Kieran McKenna?
A.
What?
Maybe B. B. I might be a bit too excited
Yeah,
on
what
that
the
one.
fuck?
B.
B.
Don't you dare say not B.
Well, he's got 2 promotions, but then
He's just taken Ipswich from League One to the
Yeah.
Premier League, and they're
So-
looking like a pretty decent Prem side at the moment.
Southampton
still in
manager when we first came, Nigel Atkins. He did that. Would he be?
I
in the
don't care
same-
about
same
Nigel
rep-
Atkinson.
No,
I'm talking
Nigel
about
Atkins.
you have to put him in B. Man United might go for him, and he's brought in a club from League One to Premier League, and
But
I still
this
think they have a
season,
really good chance
If
to
he
perform.
was, if he was an A manager, would he?
No, because the
be
gap
in the
the gap between the
bottom
Championship
2?
and Premier League is massive. They're
It
not in the
is.
bottom 2; they're in the bottom 3 now. They went up a place.
They go okay.
They're only 3 points off staying up. If you can't say anything less than a B. He's brought a team from League One to the Premier
No,
League.
he is a good manager.
Eddie Howe.
He is a good manager.
So Eddie Howe. Oh no, we'll get onto that in a second.
Eddie Howe.
But Kenny McKenna B.
I can put him in B. I can
I
live with
can
him
put
in
him in
B.
B.
League One
I
to the
can't-
Premier
I
League,
can't
and you're
stick
trying to put him in
A.
anything
no,
under.
No, I just can't.
Maybe
stick him
not
in
A.
because if he's got like Ipswich.
If he keeps them up, he might go to A.
Relegation. Yeah, I agree with that. But if he was
If
know,
they stay
The
up,
only other
A.
comparison point I'll bring up here is that like we are talking about lower league titles versus every other manager we've spoken about has
Yeah, but to
several
go,
years
yeah,
in the
but
Premier League.
I'm
that we're
saying
comparing
to go Ipswich.
I'm
to
not
League One.
disagreeing. I think it is. I think
And now
it is
they
a
look
B.
pretty. Out of the bottom 3, they look like the tactically best team as well. So
Yeah.
B.
yeah, he is probably the best manager out of the bottom 3.
With the lowest budget as well.
100%.
Although they did sign quite a lot of
They
players.
didn't have the lads
Yeah,
budget
but
this summer. That's
just because Southampton didn't sign anyone.
exactly because we had
They signed a lot of players, and
Yeah.
yeah, they look good. They actually tactically look good. Maybe a bit too attacking, but Yeah.
well, I just don't like them.
next one.
Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Ooh. D.
Is this our first D?
D.
Hmm.
Hasn't really impressed me.
I
I
mean,
don't know.
I don't think he wants to be there, does he?
I don't really know.
3-0 with United, and
Yeah.
then
He did all right at United for a bit. I just feel like it's a bit. He's been given a bit of a crappy job.
has he done any better than Steve Cooper?
Yeah. D.
I think D.
Yeah.
I think
He's probably could be a good manager.
if he keeps him up.
Yeah.
Again,
D for now,
going up
though.
Now, but are they good teams to watch?
They're not staying
No.
up.
Did he get back-to-back promotions? No. He's got to go
Yeah,
in
D.
D, hasn't he?
D. I don't think you can put him in the same bracket as Maresca.
No. Great
So
football
D.
player though.
Yeah.
Arne Slot.
S. I'm going to say there's now
Is
two
it an
S's.
S?
I do think he is an S.
So okay, let's say that he is going to win the league.
Hmm.
Is he going to win? Is he going
A
to be an S?
for me. A.
A.
Also unbeaten in the Champions League until that last, like, at the same time as flying in the Prem, they until the very last week went unbeaten in that Champions League format.
A for me.
They have dipped a bit though.
Right now,
They
I
haven't
agree.
dipped-
They've dipped
Lost to
right
Plymouth.
now.
He has
Right now, they've
knocked
dipped a
out the
little
FA
bit.
Cup as well against
Mm.
Plymouth.
Mm.
That's quite a big.
Drew to
Yeah.
Everton. Drew
They are
to
in the final of the
Villa.
Carabao Cup
They
though.
are in the final of the Carabao Cup. So
A
it
for
could-
A for me could be S by the end of the season
yeah,
because they are still on for a treble.
they are.
But
So what we go for?
A for
A.
me, just
Are we keeping that S?
he's
tier?
really good, but A.
For our next manager, I think we are Pep Guardiola.
No, I don't think you can put him in S.
What?
A.
Who's in your S tier then?
No one.
What's the point of it?
Yeah, I just don't. I just,
No.
Surely, okay. So
I
if
would've
one
put-
manager in the Premier League has to be in that S tier, who are you going to say?
probably would be Pep,
It would have to be Pep.
but I think he's a great manager. I think he's really good. But every team he's been to, he's had the budget. Every team, he's never gone to a team and they haven't been the best. He's gone to Barca.
Okay, but still done
Bayern
it.
Munich,
Chelsea
Man
you
City.
could say that about Chelsea.
Okay, yeah, he
Or
probably
Man
he
United,
probably
you know,
isn't.
Yeah.
team that
He
spent
probably
money.
is an S, but let's be real. He has been given a lot of money to do what he wanted to do.
He has, but then what he's achieved
But he
with
has
it-
changed the way Premier League football teams play.
And probably football in general.
Yeah.
Okay, S.
S. I think I'm glad.
I think the only thing that holds back is how much money he's had available to him.
Yeah. Jordy, would you have said S?
Always.
In terms of
Yeah.
what he's achieved, though, it's 100% S.
Yeah.
Like, he's still the best
It's just
manager
this season.
in the world. Even this season, excluding that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still think now, who would you want as your manager? If you could pick one.
Ancelotti or
bro.
Pep?
It'd be Pep.
Mm,
100%
S.
Pep for me.
Yep. Okay.
I'd
say that.
Next up, Ruben Amorim.
Oh,
D.
harsh job.
Very hard. Very hard. Or if you go on previous accolades, he could have been a B, really. Because
Yeah, I
what he
got to put
did.
him higher. As,
What he did at
Let's-
Sporting.
We remember this is
C.
I
Maybe a B.
reckon D.
C.
I think lower.
I mean, he's been given a pretty harsh job. He'll need
He
at
has
least
been given a harsh
two
job,
transfer
But
windows.
is he doing any better than Ten Hag?
No.
Arguably, they're worse. Some people are saying like a
Yeah,
corner
but
for his head
the
already.
injuries,
Is he out of his depth?
Injuries.
He hasn't like
Any
achieved
manager that
much.
goes to Man United, I'd love to see him.
he's
I
got
think
rid of
Pep would struggle at
Rashford,
Man
big
United.
call. Yeah,
I'll go
it's a tough
C.
job, to be
Actually,
honest.
the way he's shunned out Rashford's pretty poor. D.
D.
Only because he did well at Sporting is the reason I really
That's
want to
what
put
I mean.
him
But if
higher.
you're looking at what he's done in the Premier League, what has he done? Not much. He's won a few big games.
Well, this is what I'm confused about then. Are we going off managers' pasts or?
Kind
are
of
we...
a bit,
in the
bit of a
Premier
mix.
League, in the Premier League, has he done much in the Premier League? No.
No.
No, but I'm not just in. I'm trying to.
We're trying to look at the
I think there
managers in
definitely is a
general.
manager in there,
Yeah, I agree.
but D for now.
I do agree. Like he could be it, but he needs backing.
They're still in the FA Cup,
Not for long.
but who have they got? Oh, Fulham. They're still in the FA Cup with a really good chance to win that. So
Who
but-
knows? Who knows?
They've got too many injuries.
Diallo
If
being
you
out.
can get them in the top half, that'd be a real big
I
achievement.
No
I don't
Diallo,
see him
no
getting no
Martinez.
Diallo, no Rashford.
No Menu.
No chance.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I'm happy with D, but I wanted to put him in C though.
okay, we'll give him a D for now. We'll reevaluate, obviously. Eddie Howe is up next.
Ooh,
A.
this could be an S. This could be an S.
A.
This could be an S.
Why?
Okay, let's start off with the obvious one. League 2 Premier League to a Bournemouth ninth place finish. Taking a team from the bottom of League 2 to a ninth place finish in the Premier League. Newcastle taking them to the Champions League, taking them to their first final, which they unfortunately lost, and now they've got another final. Oh, it could be an S.
What do you think, Jordy?
That could be an S.
His points have twisted my elbow.
For it to take a team from League 2 to ninth place finish in the Premier League,
I forgot it was League 2.
I don't
Yeah.
think he gets enough plaudits for that, by the way.
probably
No.
not.
Because like you saw, I mean, we're all from Bournemouth. We saw like
The majority of that
what?
happened.
Yeah, we
I
saw
mean,
how
my-
close
my
we were to
fir-
liquidation. and
My
we saw
first
him turn
season
it
was
round,
when we were on minus 17,
which is also
so I
crazy.
saw the whole thing.
Yeah,
So, and what he's done with Newcastle is pretty impressive. He's kind of, I know they've had a bit of money to back him, but it's
insane.
impressive to take
Yeah,
Champions
that
League.
is an S.
And now they're in final.
That is an S, to be fair.
I think
Witnessing
S
it as well.
I think S.
does
Just
help.
weirdly, I am going to say I prefer Andoni to Eddie Howe. because it's the best football.
It's more modern, yeah. But
It's the best football I've seen.
and you're in a better
and we've
place.
got better play.
You wouldn't be there without
Eddie Howe. So S.
So
That's probably a little bit of bias there, but I do think anyone could argue. I think anyone.
All three of us could
argue.
be a little bit biased there as well, though, because even to Joel's points, like Joel and I both went to Bournemouth games when it was it was like what
don't
£5?
tell them that. No.
No, it used to be £5 to be a junior cherry.
Yeah, well, the Southampton Bournemouth rivalry never used to exist because
Yeah, and Fulham Bournemouth. I mean, I wasn't going to travel to London as like a 14-year-old kid every week, so
I'd put him in S just because of what he's done.
yeah,
in
I can
football.
back S.
He's insane.
He is, and also Jason Tyndall deserves a shout out. Big assistant manager.
No, he doesn't.
He trained me. He taught me everything I know. Shout out BTFA.
I really hate Jason Tyndall as a manager.
That's really horrible. Well, not as a manager, as a assistant
No,
manager.
as a manager, he was awful when we had him for that season.
He taught me how to play football.
But
Yeah,
no, very
same.
He's a great guy.
Eddie Howe S.
Great guy. Eddie Howe S. Fine. Nuno Espirito Santo.
A.
Hey,
I think.
if he had more
After
previous
what he
accolades,
did, I don't know about that. He took Wolves, did well with Wolves.
Wolves
took them
smashed the
to
Championship
took
that
them to
season as
Europe.
well.
Took Wolves to Europe.
Did he take him to Europe?
I'm pretty sure.
was that him?
I'm almost sure he took him to Europe.
Did he?
Almost sure.
I don't
You can fact check that if
well,
you
I'm
want.
going to fact check this.
But I'm almost sure he took him to Europe.
Well, that's what I was going. I didn't
I could
think
swear.
he was the one that took them to Europe.
I thought he was.
If he was, then he goes a little bit higher on. But even so, then he still is technically an A, probably. I don't think.
I'm putting him in an A anyway. I'm not putting him in. He's definitely not S.
Yeah, I give him an A.
A. To have Nottingham Forest where they are, and what he did with Wolves was really good. So
what
A.
has Tottenham run?
Wasn't the best, was it? But I don't think any manager. I don't want. No manager has really done well with Tottenham apart from Poch.
Dicko's right. He was actually
Really?
19 20.
Ball knowledge, that.
19 to 20.
Yeah.
But I just don't think they did. Actually, they got to the quarter final.
So they got to
it's
quarter-
when they had Jimenez. When Jimenez was firing
And
before
Torre.
he knocked himself.
And they had Neves. And
Yeah, Neves was player.
That's
Moutinho.
A.
team Moutinho. Yeah.
A for me.
A
It's
for
Tottenham. Range slightly overshadows him, but he's proven that wrong. That was mainly the club.
He's an
He's
A.
quite a
Yeah, he's an
defensive-
A tier manager.
Defensive manager.
Oh, their counter-attacking Forest are really
yeah,
good.
but I think the fact that they're third in the Premier League, he just probably deserves to be up there right now.
Yeah.
So we'll keep him in
Hey,
A. Hi, Ivan Juric is next.
is this your manager?
This is our manager.
Joel, do you want to take the lead?
It's a
How long
tough
has he actually been in the job, though?
He's been in there since I think December. I think so. After Fulham, he was appointed. He was actually in the stands at the Fulham.
Yeah,
game.
he was.
Okay.
Neil we mentioned. So it's tough because we
I
all
mean-
love Martin, and when he got sacked,
You didn't love
Ivan
Martin.
Juric came in. Well, we didn't after his just reluctance to
Um,
not stop dicking around with it.
My
But Juric came in. He speaks well, but like you don't warm to him.
D. It's harsh to put
It's-
a guy in E.
It is harsh to put him in E, but I just feel Southampton don't deserve any kind of plaudits.
Yeah,
Apart
but
from Tyler Dibbling, who
my
deserves
issue
to be
is-
number 10.
The issue coming that sound job, everyone knew. Let's be honest. By the time you come in,
Mm.
you were already going to go down.
I think he's made us worse somehow. Like the football I'm watching is just so painful to watch. Like it's horrible.
D. It
D.
may be E. If you want to put
I
him
mean,
in
there's
E,
no one in E. If anyone deserves to
if
be
you
in
want to
E,
override
deserves
it,
to
put
be
him,
in-
if you want to override him, put him in
yeah,
E.
I mean it's harsh because like I wanted to like give him a chance and like him, but then the football just.
Where was
died.
he before?
He was at Roma. He got sacked for Roma earlier in the season. He done well in Italy.
Was he at Roma
Um,
when we were there? No, has he just been sacked?
He started this season, got sacked this season, I think.
Well, when were
I
we
don't
there?
think he
But
was.
he
there.
was very good in Italian football, and he was allegedly
Because
plays
it's
death metal football, and we've not seen any of that.
Mm.
D or E. You can choose, Joel. You put your
I think
manager.
D is fair. I think D. I don't want to.
I just think because he's only been there 2
Yeah,
months.
I mean-
We
with
might
a-
not have an E
who
for a
knows? He
manager.
might keep us up. He definitely isn't keeping us up.
Yeah.
If he keeps
I'm
you up,
lying.
if he keeps you up, he's an S.
If he keeps us up, he deserves his own tier and a statue. But let's be honest, he ain't doing
Stop
that.
keeping you up.
Yeah, we'll put him in D. I mean, I don't think there's going to be anyone in E, but if there is, it might have to be him.
If Gary O'Neill was still knocking about, he'd be an E.
Mm.
But carry on.
Well, we're going to get on to Wolves.
Or Scott Parker.
Sean Dycheby.
Well, the next one's going to be interesting where you think this one's going to go as well, because it's Ange Postecoglou.
Oh,
I really like him.
So do I.
I-
B.
No. C. You can't put him above who we've got in B.
Yeah, but if we're going off previous accolades as well.
Celtic.
Yeah, but
He's had a long.
I really like him. I really want him to do well, but
I do like. He's a very likable guy.
I can't
isn't
put
he?
him in the same tier as some of the
Loves his
managers we've got
honest.
there. So D.
And this season's just not been good. But like
D?
when
C.
C.
I think
Okay,
C.
C.
God,
No,
you
C,
went
sorry, I
down
didn't
another
mean- I
one
didn't mean
there.
C.
I was like,
He has got a very tough job in his hands with the injuries.
Yeah.
And like he wants to play a certain type of way.
I hate this
Can't with that
injuries
squad.
no
excuse.
Solanke though. Like he's got no.
Bournemouth haven't got a striker.
Yeah, but you've got look at the players you do have.
Yeah, but look at the players we didn't have a month ago. I just
You
think
still had
it's
solid
very
players
easy
in
to
there.
blame injuries when every team in the league has had injuries this season
Yeah, but
and
when
still
it's your
managed
back
form.
four, I think that's when it becomes even harder to deal with.
Okay,
Because you had Hoyson, you had.
he's still
Zambrini,
going
whatever
C.
it is.
Yeah, we didn't have a right back, did we? So
Who was your back? Who was playing
Lewis
right back
Cook,
for him?
centre mid.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's fine.
I just think C, because I can't put him in this. I can't put him above Maresca. I feel like that's harsh on Maresca.
He's in the same category as Maresca.
Yeah, which is fair enough. I think
Yeah.
C. I really want him to do well, but I just think this season and some of the stuff he says in interviews is really bad. Really bad.
Yeah. I don't want him to get sacked though. I think.
No, I hope he doesn't
Spurs
get
fans
sacked.
Agree. I'm sure. I don't know.
Well,
But
Spurs just need to keep someone for a bit.
They need to get everyone back.
They need to get Levy out and actually invest in.
Yeah, I
money
think it's more
before
Daniel
too
Levy
late. Yeah.
than it is anything. So Pot
They didn't win
Pog-
anything without him,
C.
or maybe the Europa League. You never know.
I hope they
Right.
take Vinicius back.
No chance. Anyway, yeah, we'll go for C with him then. Graham Potter.
B tier manager.
Oh,
He was very.
Absolutely not in the B category for me.
What?
really?
What did he do at Chelsea? And what has he done at
Brighton.
West Ham? Yeah, but Brighton went and got
West
better
Ham have been
after
pretty
he
poor.
left.
Yeah, C. I'm happy with C. Brighton, I think, was more the infrastructure helped him than it was him as a manager.
I would.
As soon as De Zerbi went in there, they started
Yeah.
playing better.
Mm.
I'd
Here's
argue.
my take. If we were having our overrated XI with a manager, it'd be Graham Potter.
Okay. Yeah, I'm happy to put him where
Wasn't he dubbed for the England job before Tuchel?
Yeah, but
Yeah, but that was just because he's the best.
we've had some
man
pretty.
available
We've had Big
with
Sam as an
injuries.
England man, so
Yeah, it's true. I met him at an airport once. I was in the
Sam.
queue in Albufeira at Faro
Big Sam.
Airport
Who?
from a Bournemouth flight.
Sam Allardyce.
Sam Allardyce was just on the flight and in the customs queue with us.
Was he in the chippy?
No, there was no chippy nearby, mate.
Graham Potter though. C. Are we putting him or D?
But you boys want to put him in C, do you?
Yeah, see.
Okay. We'll put him in C.
I don't know. He could go down to a D though.
I think he could be
Could be a
floating
D.
around that mark. Right now, like he's not had the new manager bounce at West Ham at all.
Yeah.
And West Ham have got a better squad.
You're right.
than
Brian
their
did get
position
better,
ranks,
and
yeah,
Chelsea he didn't do well.
Is he overrated?
Chelsea
He
was
at Swansea
going
as
through.
well.
Chelsea
as
was
well.
going through that big mix up though.
Transitional phase,
But
yeah.
Yeah, and it's also not his fault that Brighton got better. He was good at Brighton.
we'll come back
It's
to that one. I reckon at the
We'll
end.
pencil him in at C, all right?
Yeah, pencil him in.
And our last one is Vita Pereira for Wolves.
D.
Who knew about him before he got appointed to Wolves, to be honest with you, and I didn't.
D.
Again, has he done much better than O'Neill? I think he's got a few results.
Yeah, thanks to Kuhn.
Was he
D.
at Al Hilal?
Yeah, if we're gonna say just because I haven't seen enough of him,
Yeah, he hasn't really.
he's gonna go
again,
beat Bournemouth for the weekend probably.
Yeah,
But
he's probably gonna make you eat them words.
but D, just because I haven't seen enough of him, he might actually be a good manager, but it's pretty harsh to put him in the same.
So he's not exactly taken over a flying Wolves team, but then he hasn't exactly.
But he
made them
did
much
do well
better
against
anyway.
Liverpool away the other day.
Yeah, I think he's done a few good games, but didn't they beat Fulham 4-1?
Yeah.
Was that Vita Pereira? That was him, wasn't it?
I think that was.
What did we
that
put
might
him?
have been his first game in charge.
Might have to put Marco Silva down a couple now.
I think that was his first game in charge.
Do you want us to run back this list then? Because we've done them all.
Yeah, do our S category first.
S. We've got Pep Guardiola, Eddie Howe. A. Emery, Iola, Moyes, Slot, and Nuno in A. B. Arteta, Frank, Silva, and McKenna. C. Herzler, Maresca, Glasner, Ange, and Potter. And D. Van Nistelrooy, Amorim, Juric, and Pereira. It's actually not far off. It's a pretty good list.
Yeah. Could Arteta and B is gonna piss some people off.